Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing my presentation as a video. What I'm going to talk about is asserting authority, specifically about giving successful orders. Now, of course, giving successful orders is very important. It's more or less like giving instructions, but, well, probably not the same, right? Now, in your screen right now, you have a lesson plan that I once used for a class that I gave to young adults and teenagers, which actually had a very good outcome. And I really liked how this class went. I was searching my computer to see if I still had some of these lesson plans, and I remembered this one perfectly. So I thought, why not recycle it and talk about it a little bit, and explain why giving successful orders is present here in this lesson plan that I made about a couple months ago. So first of all, just don't pay attention to this, right? But we have the objective of the class, which is by the end of the class, students are able to speak about their personality and abilities, as well as qualify themselves and others based on their abilities. So after this class, they should be able to talk about personality, about themselves, and about other people. And they can also qualify abilities about themselves or other people, just same thing. Now, not same thing, but you know, it's similar. So it's a pretty important topic, and we do have to make sure that the orders we're giving to the students in a class that's as important as this, because it's something they're going to use whenever they have to speak to someone else in this language. You're going to talk about abilities, or you're going to describe people or personality things about yourself, about others. So you want to make sure that your students completely get the topic, or get it as well as they could. Now, the warm-up, as a warm-up, I like to speak about things that happen to myself and that I can use as for the topic that we're going to see. I wrote, welcome students to the topic by talking about my personal abilities and life skills, and we'll share their personal abilities as well. This is to activate their schemata, maybe what they already know about how to talk about abilities or how to describe themselves or other people, with just the vocabulary and the knowledge they have already. And maybe with some of the vocabulary they heard me saying when talking about my personal abilities and life skills. Now, the part where it actually has the giving successful orders included is here in the introduction/presentation. This is a part where I'm telling them what we're going to do, or what they're supposed to do. So I'm telling them what to do, I'm giving them orders, and in order to make sure this is clear and that the activities are going to be well developed and well done, I do have to make sure that, first of all, the orders, the instructions that I'm giving are clear and easy for them to work on. So, quickly, I wrote in steps. The first one says, students will observe images in page 69, Unit 7, and along with the teacher will discuss about talents. So this is a very friendly warm-up, like about talents, like what talent do you think is interesting, or do you guys have a special talent? Anything like that. It doesn't have to be anything specific, but it's an opening to the topic, talents. First of all, let's get to talk about talents, and afterwards we're going to get to talk about how to describe these talents and how to qualify these talents and these people. Afterwards, we're going to analyze the list of personality adjectives. This is pretty much vocabulary they're going to need to continue forward, and afterwards be able to retake the objective. Now, this is the part, I mean, all this right here has to be very explicit, right? But this is the part where I'm talking about giving orders. So when I write here, students will analyze, I'm going to, me as a teacher, I'm going to tell them, okay guys, we have in page 70, exercise 1A, a list of vocabulary that you guys are going to be working with. All this vocabulary is going to help you guys express this and that, and what do you guys think this means? Things like that. So I'm already giving them the instructions just to focus on this part of the book, which is where they can find the list, and not anything else. And I'm also telling them why we're doing this, because you're going to use these for the next activities, or because this is what you are supposed to be learning on today's class, of course, right? Now, after that, I have students will choose 3 people they admire, and will explain briefly why they admire them and what personal qualities these people have. Afterwards, they will individually pass to the front and speak about the people they chose. And I also dedicated several minutes to this, because this is actually when they are coming up with their knowledge, right? They're giving us the knowledge that they are being able to come up with. So as you can see, this was very, very descriptive in my, at least that's what I think, right? So choose 3 people. I'm telling them how many people. I'm not telling them what. I mean, one would be specific anyways, right? But I'm not telling them choose whoever you want to talk about or anything like that. No, it's 3 people, everyone. Especially people they admire. And explain briefly, right? We're working on 3 guys, and I want the whole class to pass to the front and share. Like, I also like to have like this confidence in the classroom. So we're always participating like as a group, and I'm telling them not to be shy. So that's why I was able to work with them in this way. But of course, if the group was a little bit more shy or anything like that, it wouldn't have been possible, or maybe the outcome wouldn't have been as good as in this class. So yeah. Now going to the next step. Afterwards, they will individually pass to the front and speak about the people they chose. Very specific, very specific. And these are orders. This is written this way right here because this is the lesson plan, of course. But coming to the front of the class, I'm telling them like, okay, you guys are going to choose these 3 guys, and I'm giving them orders as well as steps, step by step. And well, yeah, this is the lesson. I'm not going to talk about anything else, right? This is the lesson plan that I was using in this time. I really liked the outcome of the class, and it was very important. Of course, it's always very important to give the orders correctly, and I think briefly if possible, because then confusion can begin within your class. But yeah, now yeah, that's pretty much about it. I'm going to explain another activity on another video. Thank you.